Hey everyone, so Tara here, and I want to show you how I manage my to-do list every day as a Beachbody coach. It is very important for me as a full-time grad student and a business owner and a stay-at-home mom. I need to be very efficient with my time. So I try to get in and get out while still engaging with people and helping people. So let me show you how I get that done. First of all, I wanted to share with you this little icon that you see here, the little P. It's called PayDirt, which is a time tracker that I use. I like it because since I do things in little spurts throughout the day, it's right there in the browser, and I won't activate it because it slows my computer down when it's recording. But there will be a little timer right here. So sometimes normally on other time trackers, I might forget to go back to the screen and stop the timer. However, here you see it ticking, so it reminds me, oh, I need to stop it because I'm working on something else. But it detects what page you're working on. If it sees like Beachbody on my website, this little window will pop up, ask me if I'm working on Beachbody, and I can start my timer. So I have timers based on whether it's a morning, afternoon, or evening task, and I set it. And this is a great way to hold me accountable with my time to make sure that I'm being efficient, and to also just kind of give me a sense of where my time's going. So the very first thing that I do in the morning is I check, this is asana.com, this is my task manager. And my first task is I go into the online office. Okay, if you go to teambeachbody.com/coach, you'll see that little timer just popped up because it sensed the word Beachbody. This is just for me to see who's new, and I'll contact new customers, and this will be a chance for me to see what new news is going on. Gives me a sense of where I'm at with my success club and things like that. Just any new information that I need right off the bat. I'd contact new customers and add them to my contact list if they're in there. That usually takes just a couple minutes. Then I go in and respond to Facebook messages. The best way to do it is to click on the messages icon here, and I just go right through all of my messages for the day. That timing varies. It can be quite like about 20 minutes, or it could be longer. I then check into my challenge groups. I have all of my challenge groups listed as favorites, so they appear right here. You can always adjust that using this little icon here. But I go into each one, and it's important for me to connect with each person who posts in there, and so I will respond to them. Then I move on to my like page. I will go to Facebook, and I'll click my down arrow here, go to Tara Porter's Fit Baby Steps, and I will look through and review any comments that I got from people, and I'd respond to them. The next task that I do is I go to my own personal page, and at that point I would respond to any comments that people had said on that page. I might specifically write people a message. If, let's say, they said good job for a fitness related post, then I might connect with them and just say, hey, thanks so much, I appreciate the encouragement. Just things like that, just an opportunity to connect with other people. Then I send out 2 friend requests, usually based on different groups that I participate in on Facebook. If you have any questions about that, I do have a video that is about expanding your Facebook network, and you can check that out for how I approach that. I also, in the morning, I approve all friend requests and send messages. How I do that is I click on the little globe, click see all, and then I press Control Find and enter in the words friend request. And that'll tell me who's accepted my friend requests. And what I then do is I go to that page, I turn that person's setting to acquaintance, just because I post pictures of my kids, and so I don't like to have them out there for everybody. And then I will also send that person a message and just connect with them. Again, you can see my Facebook networking video for information on how I do that specifically. I also make sure that I have one Facebook post that goes to my like page and one to my personal page, and I set that up. So those are my morning tasks. I get done, I get out. So now let's talk about my afternoon tasks. I have a separate list for this. For my afternoon tasks, I do a daily office task, and that's based on a schedule that I've set up for myself. So Monday's the day I schedule posts that go to challenge groups. Tuesday, I write a post for my website. Wednesday, I do general bookkeeping and setting up challenge groups. Thursday, I ship items and do a video. And Friday, I write a post for my website. So depending on the day, that's what I try to shoot for. I make sure at that point I've posted another Facebook post to my pages. I like my posts to kind of come up naturally as the day occurs. So this is just a great way to help me make sure that I'm kind of keeping up so that I'm not doing 3 posts at the end of the day. I also go back into Facebook, respond to messages. I then respond to all of my emails. Ramp It Up is the group that I'm in, a challenge group for coaches. So I go in and I do whatever task is there for the day. So for you, this might be just any challenge that you're doing for coaches. And if you're not in a challenge, connect with your upline because you definitely want to do something to really push you to the next level. And then this is my chance to do follow-ups. And I keep all of my customers in Asana and track them there. And so I just go through whoever I have scheduled to follow up on today, I just go straight through that list. It's a great way to connect with people and see how people are doing. It's very important. So now let's talk about the evening task list. So again, I check into this task list here. It's just easier for me to have these lists separately, just easier for me to process and stay focused. And I have mine normally sorted by due date. Just makes it easier for me to see. So I first go into Facebook, I respond to messages, and this tends to take more time because I find that more people are online at this hour. This is my favorite time of day because you get a lot more engagement with people and dialogue back and forth. You don't have several hours in between responses. They're usually online. So it's really great for connecting. So be sure to budget a good amount of time for this. I say about 20 to 30 minutes. What I do is I send out or respond to messages and then I go through my other tasks, and at the end or in between different tasks I find that someone's responded, so I just go back and forth with them a little bit. I check in on my challenge groups. I'll post my workout at that point and encourage people to post. I find that when I check into my challenge groups at night, all of a sudden everyone starts checking in. So I think it just reminds them. And I find that that's great. Then I fill in my business activity tracker. You can see on my website I have this customized one that looks a little bit different from what the company provides, just based on how I have mine filled in to help me see daily what I'm going through. So I didn't do too well this weekend with the sick kid, but right now looking at yesterday, I tried to fill in as much as possible. So I fill that in, fill in the time I put in, fill in number of customers and where I'm at so far. Then at that point, I write Kevin. Kevin is my success partner, and we write each other every single day. And you'll see right up here, I have this list of things. I copy and paste that, and I send him a message telling him how I did on each of these things, what I learned in my personal development, what goal that I'm currently working on, how many people I invited to challenge groups, new friends that I had, and things that I need support on. And that's a great way for us to check in with each other and hold each other accountable. So that's it. Those are the things that I do every single day. You'll see this is kind of a weird week for me, but as far as how much time I spend, I normally spend anywhere from 1 to 2 hours a day. Not too much, but it gets it done, and it helps me achieve Success Club 10 at least, and so that's been really helpful. If you have any other questions, though, feel free to contact me, and I'd be happy to help. I love helping with time management and things like that. My biggest tip for you is get in and get out. Whatever task that you're working on, that is the only task you're working on. So while you're trying to fill in your bat, if you're hearing Facebook go bloop, 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 ignore it. And it's hard to do so. But do that. Get in, get out, connect with people while you're in there, and you will find that you're managing your time much more wisely when you're focusing your attention on each task that you're working on rather than jumping all over the place. You can find more information on coaching tips at www.fitbabysteps.com. Take care, everyone.